Okay, I think we're live now, and I hope that we've got audio this time. We should do. Just give me 1 minute to check. Okay, hopefully that's working for everybody. I've had some major issues trying to get this thing to work, but I believe we're there now. So we are at Brands Hatch. This is Aero League Racing, round 3 for Tier 4 White. Looking good for this one. So unfortunately we don't get the qualifying to watch with this, but we'll run through who's where in the lobby. We'll just get these all the information up. There we go. So in first place on pole, Ads done really well getting up there. That's a fantastic result for him. Perhaps not had the best results in the last couple of races, but yeah, very good result to get onto pole. Second place, Rocket. No surprise to see him up at the pointy end. Obi-Wan, his teammate, in third. Good results for them, although no points for qualifying. Danger Mouse in fourth. Chaos Druid, again, really good. Getting to fifth there, so good for the Mercedes this track, perhaps. Blade Runner in sixth. Falcon in the Jag in seventh. Orak on the M6 in 8th, D-Dubs in 9th, Sergeant in 10th, and I hope that Corvette isn't a handful. Turbo again in the other Jag in 11th, Beaumont 12th, Sir Tracy 13th, Wolsey in the other Corvette 14th, J-Nick in 15th, and Radiate bringing up the rear in the M6 as well. So here we go. Let's see what happens and get started. Five lights, and they're off. Good start by everybody there. Doesn't seem like anyone made a jump. See how Rocket takes this one, if he can make a few passes. Oh, Druid's up to fourth already. What a great start. That Mercedes is fast off the line. So let's see what's going on then. Coming down the line, is there much change? Expecting this to be a difficult track to overtake on. Everyone keeping it really clean so far, that's really good. Excellent racing from everybody. This track is going to be very difficult to get some overtakes done. As soon as you get slightly offline, the track can just pull you into the grass or into the gravel. Very difficult to maintain that, but there are going to be a few key points to get down, perhaps. In Surtees, one of the easier corners to overtake, but so far it's pretty much the same, other than Chaos going up to fourth. There's really quite a big gap there now to Falcon behind him. Everyone keeping quite a tight pack. There's maybe 2 or 3 little breakouts or groups now fighting for positions. Should keep nice tight racing. This for me is a very difficult track. There's so much camber and or off camber corners and curves to throw you off. Really difficult to even just keep it on the track, let alone try and overtake. But so far, everyone's doing a really good job, in the sprint especially. Everyone should have pretty good tyres for the majority of this race, I imagine. Thing is, the wear isn't so bad. Let's just see what's happening further down the pack. Nothing too much just yet. Everyone keeping it nice and clean. Oh, Radiate's taken a little green line, a bit of a wobble. Good avoiding action there. Oh, and Beaumont gets a place, I think, from Blade Runner there. Both the Peugeots running side by side. Let's hope they don't get... Oh, there's contact up there from Beaumont and Radiate. Oh, wow. Lots of damage there. That's really going to affect him. And Radiate off again as well. Not so good. Managing to avoid the damage, but that's going to really hurt his race. I don't think there's going to be much time to be able to recover from that, especially when you don't need to pit. But we'll see what happens. Now back at the front, Rocket is very close to Ads. Ads doing a very good job keeping the Nissan at bay there. Oh, Cave's got a penalty in the background. I wonder how he got that. Maybe just running wide on the curb. Although the penalty line on this isn't actually too bad. You don't lose too much time compared to a lot of the other tracks, so it should be pretty good for him. He's got no one behind him, so to speak, that's going to be breathing down his neck, so he'll have plenty of space, so it won't affect him too badly. Oh, go on, lads. Purple sectors. This is great racing. This is going to be really good. This is first real bit of competition we've seen, really, for Rocket. He's been quite dominant so far this season, so it's nice to have a good bit of competition, but Rocket really is in the slip now. Oh, goodness me. I don't know if that was contact or if there was maybe a bit of lag there, but he went very wide, or perhaps even a disconnect because he's not moving. Oh, that is a shame. If that's a disconnect, that is a massive shame. He did so well getting pole position there. So this could be an easy victory for Rocket then. He's just got to keep it clean and on the track. Let's get behind there, see if Chaos can catch up to the Team Nissan. Again, another purple sector. Brilliant driving. Danger Mouse just in the background. It's a shame you don't get the sector times or the gap between each driver on this. It'd be great to see who's closing up on who. But let's have another quick look down here. Tyres wearing quite nicely on the Porsche there. Orak doing a great job. He's up into 5th. Perhaps we should have kept an eye on stuff down here. There's much tighter racing in this pack. Oh, here we go. Let's see what Falcon can do. He's got 2 cars breathing down his neck. Keeps the inside line. That's it. Keeps a nice tight one. That Jag is fast out the corners as well, so it will really help him on this sort of short and tight circuit. Simon doing really well in the Corvette as well. I tried that once and it's just like driving a boat. Oh, and commentator's curse. Even though this isn't live, this is a replay, but he's still got a bit of a wobble on there. Manages to keep himself on the track. And we've got another Jag coming up behind D-Dubs as well, so going to have a bit more pressure coming on. Let's just have a look down and see how everyone else is doing. so far so good for everyone. Nice clean racing, just keeping it on the black stuff. Good recovery drive here from Beaumont after his little off. Oh dear, won't be good for Blade Runner getting another penalty, but I'm pretty sure he was ahead of Beaumont earlier as well, so maybe he had a bit of an off. There we go, down to 15 because of Ad's disconnect, I imagine. That is a real shame. Oh, Chaos, keep it on the track, mate. Everyone's doing a really good job. I really thought this race might have a bit more overtaking in it, but so far it's just been really good, clean racing. Bit of a procession. I think once we get into the main event later on, we'll have a bit more of a strategy in it with the tyres. Perhaps a 2, maybe even a 3 stop. Might even get a 1 stop if someone braves going on the hards. Oh, Turbo going off onto the gravel there, getting sucked in, loses the place to Sargent. But you never know, he might be able to claw that back. The Jag is quick off the line. What's he holding? J-Nick at bay there, he's all over him now. Great racing. Falcon and Sir Tracy bringing it back, doing a good job. Right on the track limits there, but keeping it good, getting the most out of the track, most out of the car. So let's see what we've got going back further up. Can we see how far away he is from Sargent? Still got probably about the same sort of gap that he had beforehand. So he's doing well, just keeping his pace. Fairly consistent times. A couple of nice fast ones in there. But like I say, it doesn't take much to lose a little bit on your corner speed if you go off a little bit, and just really saps your speed. So how are we doing further up again? Sergeant doing well, D-Dog's keeping it on. I do like the M6. It is a little bit tail happy, but it's very fast and nice and predictable. Good car to drive, in my opinion. The Porsche up ahead, not so much. That one called a Widowmaker for a reason. I certainly can't drive it in a straight line. Chaos starting to drop back off the back of Obi-Wan, but you can see the Nissan is probably a little bit better on its tyres. Although he takes a really wide line out there, that's going to allow Chaos, if he keeps it good through the corner, to close that gap up. I do wish we had telemetry. Couple of seconds off his best lap times, but really consistent though when you look at it, all in the sort of mid to high 25s. So racing really well there, really consistent race, consistent lines and times. And apart from one lap, Chaos also doing really good lap times there. This is going to be a great result for him. So we are approaching the end of this now, the last few laps. Rocket doing a great job. Even getting a 1:24, look at the time. Great driving from Rocket there. Let's see how things are going on a bit further down the pack. Got a really big gap now to Danger Mouse in 4th. Orak and D-Dubs not letting him get away. Oh, that must have been sound nice, didn't it? The sound of a Wankel engine. Here we go. Still not too much to report. Janik's still breathing down the neck of Waltzy. Doing a good job driving that Corvette and keeping him at bay. Now we've got down Beaumont still in position. Falcon there, Blade Runner. Radiate, keeping it at the rear there, but still fairly good, not too far off the leader's times, nice and consistent, but look how good his tyres are. We did start on the mediums. There we go. So hopefully then he should start to make a little bit more progress in these last few laps, just to be able to catch as everyone else's tyres go off. But we'll see what that's like. Yeah, I mean, look at the mediums compared to the softs there. Front left, probably halfway done now, so he's going to start feeling that in the corners, especially with braking. Have to brake a little bit earlier. Start slowing down. But quite a big gap now to Obi-Wan. And Chaos Druid had a phenomenal race. Not letting Obi-Wan get out of his sights at all. Great racing from everybody at the front there. I wonder if we'll see a big lunge towards the end. Only a couple of laps, or 1.5 laps left to go. Will there be a mistake to capitalise on, or just a bold move? Let's stick with it, see what we can get. Come on, Chaos Druid, you can do it. We don't have favourites, but we always like to go to the underdog. Oof, that was wide out there. But he's really going for it now, isn't he? Keep it clean, don't go off the track too much. Seem to be too much, it's just no overtakes you can see on the next few positions either, but he does seem to be getting closer and closer. He must be in the slipstream here. Nice tight line, get a bit of fresh air to keep the downforce. Oh, he's all over the back of him now. Will he get this perhaps into the final corner and onto the paddock straight? Oh, is he gonna get it across the line? It is. Oh, that was tight. So we missed Rocket going over the line there, but oops, what's going on here? There we go. Look at everybody, still so tight across the checkered flag. Brilliant racing. Another one, Will Blade Runner get this one, keeping it as close as he can to the pit wall. Good job there from Falcon. The Jag is fast. And here we got Radiate coming across the line. Really difficult to recover from such a big off earlier in the race though. So he'll be hoping for a better race for the main event. There we go. So let's have a look at that one. Let's see. So that's the final results for the sprint. Rocket in first place, Obi-Wan in second, Chaos in third, Danger Mouse fourth, Aurak fifth. Yeah, you know the rest. We'll go through it again because obviously the top 10, reverse grid order for the main event. So let's just get that up. Brands Hatch feature race. Okay, let's get into this rolling start. So let's get back up to first place, finished in 10th in the previous race, J Nick. Just get the racing info up. There we go. So first place, J Nick. Waltzy in second place, Sargent in third, Turbo in fourth, D-Dubs in fifth, Aurak in sixth, Danger Mouse in seventh, Chaos in eighth. I am quietly hoping and expecting some big things here. Obi-Wan in ninth, Rocket in 10th, finishing pole in the sprint. So Tracy in 11th, Beaumont in 12th, Falcon 13th, Blade Runner 14th, Radiate 15th. Ads back in the game. Such a shame for the disconnect. So let's hope he can do something here from the back. The Mercedes is fast off the line. So let's get started and see what happens. Opting for the medium tyre to start with. Strategy going to play a lot more in this race. Let's see who goes for what. Maybe there'll be a brave one that goes for a one stop, but I expect probably more than anything we'll have 2, maybe 3 stops. There we go. Let's see what's happening back here. Nothing too much. Everyone still seems to be in the same sort of order that they started. Let's just hop on here with Chaos, see if he can make some positions up. Oh, and there we go. Look at that, straight away. Oh, not quite though. Danger Mouse managing to keep the power down on the outside. What have we got here? Is this Sir Tracy giving Rocket a run for his money? Oh, that is tight. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, maybe that might have come up in the stewards. It was a while ago, but I haven't been able to check any of the stewards results, so who knows. But that did look a little bit like a push to pass. Oh, there's a little bit of tossing going on here as well. Oh no! Oh goodness me. Right, let's have a quick look at what happened there. So one of the Porsches goes off a bit wild there. Oh man. Oh wow, that just seemed to be taking himself out. And a little bit of rubbing there from, I think, was it Radiate again? Oh man, lots of rubbing. But rubbing is not racing in this league. But we'll try and keep it as clean as we can. I've learned that the hard way. So here we go. So Radiate then up to 10th. Not the worst sort of result for him. I wonder if he can make any more up. Ads has done well. Got from 16th, made a few places. Rocket back in 13th, but I imagine that's down to a little bit of contact and getting off the grass. So it was Danger Mouse that took the contact back there. So Waltzy's on the hards. Maybe this is going to be the one stop. strategy, staying out for as long as possible, and then either a medium or a soft stint towards the end. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Try and remember it at least. Beaumont also on the hards. Back up the front. Janik really making a nice gap between him and D-Dubs. D-Dubs also on the mediums. Turbo on the mediums. I imagine most of the people at the front end are going to be on the mediums. Although Sargent's on the hards, so he's doing well to not really fall off the back of the top three too much, despite that. Obi-Wan, well, he's made up a lot of places, hasn't he? Up to 5th. Getting the most out of those mediums. Falcon on the softs, and you can already see just 3 laps. Well, they are already going to start falling off fairly soon, I should imagine. Eric on the hards. So Tracy on the softs, and seemingly doing quite well on the tyre there with that Peugeot. It's a well balanced car, really benefited from the BOP update the last couple of times. Where a lot of other cars got nailed for it, the Peugeot seemed to excel. So Chaos in 9th. Adds his teammate, done really well to get up behind him, so let's just hope that the pair of them can keep it clean and not take each other out. That would be a terrible result for the constructors for them too. The Chaos on the mediums. And Mercedes as well, that's considering it's a front engine car and quite a heavy one, it's doing really well on the tyre wear. Yeah, and adds exactly the same pretty much. Blade Runner on the mediums, Radiate on the softs. I imagine probably in the next lap he's going to start hurting on that one. Oh, already getting a little bit loose. Maybe he's feeling it already. However, everyone's doing a really good job keeping it on the track. Rocket on the mediums. Very safe driving, just waiting for his moment. Danger Mouse on the mediums. Bolts on the hards. There we go. So let's go back up to the front and see who's doing what. Turbo closing up the gap to D-Dubs now. In fact, I think D-Dubs is also closing up onto the back of Janik. Let's just keep an eye out, see if any of these soft runners start taking early pit this time. I think they'll probably do another lap or two before anyone starts to pit. Maybe even a few more than that. Let's drop down, there's a whole cluster of people here, let's see what they can get. Super tight racing from everybody back here. Oh, so Tracy's done well there, he's got in between ads, and in fact both the Mercedes in fact have gone up maybe 2 positions. I think Chaos was in 9th the last time we saw them, and ads was in 10th, so they've done really well, the Mercedes drivers. We'll stick with this group for a little while, see who's going to make some moves. Looks like there might be something happening up here. It's getting very, very tight. Two abreast. Goodness me, you couldn't get it any tighter, could you? This is fantastic racing. Was that Sargent in the background, or no? It was Sir Tracy in the Peugeot. Here we go, Obi-Wan coming up on Falcon. at the front there. Let's see if there's any more overtakes that happen here. Chaos, go on, son. Keep it clean. A couple of little taps there. He might just lay off the overtake. Yep, he gives that one back. Or perhaps another little bit of contact, but he gets a pass done. I don't think that'll be too much of a push to pass. Yeah, both going flat out, and also Ads is getting a position out of that as well. Excellent driving from these Mercedes drivers. Was Obi-Wan on the soft? No, he's on the mediums, but they're all kind of about the same sort of tyre there, so this is good equal racing. I think that's Orak in the background. Don't know if there was a little off that he had there, but there's a little fight at the background as well, but goodness me. Oh no! That's Obi-Wan. I don't know if there was contact there or if he just ran a little bit wide, but once you get sucked into the gravel, it's so difficult to get back on, and then obviously a few turns before your tyres come back. So, any of our soft runners, are they going to take a pit yet? Doesn't seem like it. This really is an excellent drive for the Mercedes drivers. So what does it look like the gap is? Do we see them? So we come up to Hawthorns, do we get, it's quite a big gap, isn't there, really? So the top three here doing a really good job, just keeping it clean, making a nice big gap between them and the rest of the pack further behind, so this is really going to help them with their pit strategies. Does look like it's probably going to be a two-stop sort of race. So let's get back and have a look then. Cameraman having a bit of a funny turn there. And I think we just saw one of the Peugeots peel into the pits there. Who was that? That's Sir Tracy coming off the softs. What is he going on to? Wouldn't it be good if you could tell what tyres they were on, just from the colour of the sidewall? So that looks like another set of softs, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's mediums. There we go. Catch up to him. What have we got here? Orak's still on the hards. So I've got some faster people coming up behind now. He's going to find it difficult to keep them at bay. Still racing for position, but they are probably going to have the move done fairly quickly, I imagine. Oof, Danger Mouse getting a little bit tail happy through Hawthorns. See how these guys are doing back up at the front. Ads and Chaos doing a fantastic job. Oh, we might have the run on him here though. Chaos isn't going to make much of a fight about that one. Probably realised that maybe his tyres aren't as... Oh, the tyres are almost exactly the same, aren't they? Maybe just a little bit worse off, but recognising that perhaps Ads is a little bit faster through this one. But this track really benefiting the Mercedes. Good teamwork there. Let's jump back and see how who was it? Where's that other Peugeot driver? I don't think it was Blade Runner that came in off the pits, was it? No. No, he's still winning his mediums. Come on, cameraman. You're going to get the sack. Have we had another disconnect? I could have sworn we had another Peugeot. Oh, we still had 16 people. So it looks like Falcon's also made a pit stop and opted for another set of mediums, unless that's just really well looked after. No, he must have pitted because even the hards are more worn out now. Rocket up to 11th, probably down to our pit stops, but he'll be putting the hammer down. Ah, Sir Tracy, there he is. So he's been closing the gap to Iraq now, definitely coming up fast on that, so much more grip through that corner, all over the back of him. Is he going to take him around the outside? Thinks better of it. Moves to the inside, a little feint. Now this is a corner with many opportunities. If you can nail it, you can get a really good exit out of here and get some overspeed, but seems, there we go. Good defensive driving from Iraq. Can he make it on the outside? No, again, thinks better of it, but this is allowing Rocket to move up on the inside. Oh, is it going to, yes, get squeezed in the middle there and has to back out. Rocket really making the most of the opportunity there. Maybe Sir Tracy dropped the ball a little bit looking in his mirrors. So this is going to be a pretty easy move, I should imagine, for Rocket, getting up here, sticking around the outside, keeping a faster line perhaps. Fingers crossed going into the paddock hill. Yep, there we go. Gets the switch back done, and that allows Sir Tracy as well to come in, making use of his fresh tyres. Okay, so this is good so far. We'll see how this pans out. Just over a third of the way through, so we're going to almost definitely have another set of pit stops. Blade Runner doing really well on those tyres. Little tyre whisperer. Okay, all of this pack doing really well. Although Chaos now, his tyres really are starting to hurt. That's seeming to do a better job, but he managed to run off wide there. Is that another disconnect? It does seem... Oh, that is such a shame. He made so many places. He started last. That's so disappointing. What a shame. Oh, what's going on with the cameras here? Okay then. And then there was one. Chaos going a bit wide in the gravel, slowing him down. That's allowing D-Dubs to close up. Dirty tyres pushing him wide a little bit. Come on, Chaos. No, that's D-Dubs making the most of that mistake. And Blade Runner's all over the back of him now as well. That slipstream's definitely going to come into play on the next bit. Thanks, Chivs. That's how you say your name. Yeah, it's been a long while for Tier 4 to get their replays up and coming, so I thought I'd just offer my services to help out and get the coverage done. I want to try and get them all smashed out as fast as possible. Oh, a penalty there, cutting the corner just a bit too much. So easily done though. Yeah, the season officially finished on Monday, so only a only, what, 4 weeks? I think it's the 4th of August the next season starts. We've got dates for it already, so... Blade Runner coming in for pits now. Yeah, quite well worn tyres. So, yeah, try and get a few done this week and over the weekend, and then hopefully catch up. Hopefully, try and catch up all of the races in the next week. I think Ross on Discord has also said that he might be available to do a few as well. So hopefully, between us, we'll be able to catch right up, and then look forward to next season and around the corner. So, Chaos still fairly consistent apart from the last lap. That was obviously a bit of an off. D-Dubs keeping pretty good times. Not feeling the tyre wear too much. Still in the 27s. Ooh, look at that. Turbo just in time. That front right. Front left, sorry. Really, really hurting there. And yes, Blade Runner, great race. We were part of the lower tiers a couple of years back. To be honest, I've watched quite a few of the other tiers, Tier 5, Tier 4 Blue, Tier 3 Blue and White, and there is some phenomenal racing in the lower tiers. All the faster tiers, they are, obviously they're a lot faster, they're a lot cleaner, and it's almost a bit of a procession, although there's still some very good racing, but it does seem like there's a lot more action in these lower tiers, so it is good fun to watch. So, Turbo on merit in pole position now, after J-Nick made his pit. He's come out in 6th, so what tyres is he on now? So he's going for the... is he going to go for the one stop on the hards? We shall see. Maybe that is the faster strategy. I think personally I just tend to go for whatever the fastest tyre is and do as many steps as necessary, but that doesn't always work out in my favour. So Sir Tracy, I think, must be really pushing it, because you can see how much more wear there is on that front left compared to the front right. So really got the hammer down. Rocket up into 4th place as well. They get their tyres really starting to feel the pain. So will we see these medium runners start to come in the next few laps? Hard to keep track of everybody now, really. So, Turbo in 1st, D-Dubs in 2nd. Quite a substantial gap in there, but both of those drivers looking to make a pit stop. Rocket closing the door there, sorry, just had to send a text. So Tracy putting the hammer down, trying to close that gap to Rocket. J-Nick in 6th, if the cameraman can catch up. Blade Runner in 7th. Overrun in 8th. Falcon in 9th. Bowman in 10th. Perhaps still running on his first set of tyres there. Chaos has pitted. Oh, must have had a bit of an off or something to get a slow exit. That's allowed Orak through, who's also made a pit onto some fresh mediums. Sargent on fresh mediums. Yes, the Discord is still going. More people than ever now. They've had to make extra tiers. What do we got to? Sargent. Waltzy on a fresh set of mediums as well. Radiate I imagine still on his first pair of hards. Oh, keep it on the track. There we go. So Rocket, this will be down to pit stops, I should imagine. I think it was D-Dubs was in front of him, wasn't he? And J-Nick. So this is effective pole. Turbo behind him on a set of softs, so he has got to capitalise on this. He'll probably only have 5 or 6 laps where he's going to have a much faster tyre, 2 or 3 seconds a lap faster, so he's got to capitalise on this. We'll stick with him for a little bit. And there we go, already getting the move done. So much more grip. I wonder if Blade Runner's also on that. No, he's on the mediums. But if J-Nick's on the hards, then he's going to make quite a bit of progress past him. It is exciting group though. This is really tight racing. What have we got back there? D-Dubs making a move on Obi-Wan. On the fresh set of softs as well. Loads of grip on the insides. Can he keep it pinned in? Inside line for the next corner. And job done. Nice and easy. Good, clean overtaking. Apart from a little bit of excitement at the beginning of the race, in the first couple of laps, it's been excellent. But this is a difficult track to, even just on your own, trying to keep on the track. Absolutely, Blade Runner. The dailies now, I don't think I've done one for at least a month. They're just not any fun, are they? When you try your hardest to race clean and then you just get smashed up and punted off. What's the point in doing it? ALR definitely promotes some very clean racing. Yeah, I can imagine. Right then, so Tracy's in again. Yeah, he must have been absolutely caning it on that medium. Taking on a bit of fuel. Will he be trying to go the full stint? Double softs. I'm pretty sure he must have to use another compound. Unless this race is slightly different. I'm not too sure. So maybe he'll do a few laps, or quite a few laps on this, maybe up to lap sort of 25-ish, and then he'll come in for some softs. We'll wait and see. So further up, Danger Mouse, is he going to get this one? Yes, I believe Pyro is still on there, Chibs. I think he's in tier 2, maybe? There's a nice easy overtake on the soft tyres compared to Falcon's very worn out mediums. Really nice livery on that Porsche. Quite simple, but very nice. You can almost imagine that one as a real race car. So, Obi-Wan now. This again, I think this is for position, so effective second place if we're going off J-Nick being on pole, but J-Nick being on the hards, probably going to the end. We're going to wait and see if, a little bit of contact there. Obi-Wan just backing off a little bit to give him the position back. Good racing there, good sportsmanship. D-Dub's got a nice big gap there, making the most of the softs. Blade Runner up ahead. probably an equal sort of gap to what they had beforehand. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. The pace for this, I mean, I didn't think I was actually that slow until I got the first couple of races in this tier, and yeah, I was massively humbled with the pace of everybody in it. So here we go, Turbo doing a good job with the softs. They're almost on their limit now. We'll start feeling them drop off fairly quickly. Wow, Rocket still on his... I can't even remember if these was his first set of mediums, if these was his original tyres. Can't imagine that they would have been, but they could well be. They're doing an excellent job to keep the tyre going to that sort of state. So how far I imagine Turbo is going to be closing that gap pretty quick. He needs to. If only we had the telemetry on these replays. Rocket could be on snow tyres. Yeah, he really is fast. I think on a one lap pace it's nice to think that you can sometimes keep a pace, but his race pace is excellent, very consistent, which is what you need in a race like this. Head down, game head on, and just nail it lap after lap, and he's very, very consistent at doing that. Turbo is going to be absolutely desperate to close that gap to Rocket as fast as he can. Blade Runner is also doing a fantastic job closing the gap to Turbo. I imagine Turbo's tyres are starting to go off now, but the mediums coming into their better window of operation. D-Dubs, I think, was a bit closer, and maybe the gap getting a little bit bigger there just because the tyre's starting to wear out a little bit. Maybe he will hit for another set of softs in a couple of laps, because I don't think he's going to make them last another 8. So Obi-Wan also on his mediums. Really, I can't believe they've done so well yeah, still doing the sprint racing. So if you swipe back to the beginning, you can catch up with that one or just watch it again later. Sprint race was really good, excellent clean racing on that one. But in both races, real shame for Ads. He was doing so well in that Mercedes, disconnecting both races. I feel absolutely gutted for him. So Rocket in the pits now, and taking on a little bit of fuel, fresh set of mediums, so he must have had softs at another point, or did he have... Right, no, there we go, he's on softs now. He's... Not to say that this is a foregone conclusion, but it would be hard to imagine that he's not going to get back up to first place now. But we shall see. Danger Mouse on a very used set of softs, so Rocket is going to make a very easy pass on him. J-Nick still doing his hards, so once Rocket gets past Danger Mouse, and then I should imagine quickly past J-Nick, that is effective first. Well, Danger Mouse doing a really good job defending his line, not making it too easy for Rocket to get past. Let's see if he makes it here. A big lunge into the left-hander. all over the back of him, so close. Gonna go for the undercut. Or is he going to hang it on the outside? That danger mouse comes in, so that's an easy move in the end. Everybody's in the pits at the top end there, and that's... There we go. What will be the last set of pit stops, and now we are looking at final position. So this is it to the end of the race. Fingers crossed everything's nice and clean and there's no more accidents, either with people or by themselves. Nothing more demoralising than taking a bit too much curb and then spinning yourself off. So look how quickly he's closed that gap to Janek. If he doesn't get this move done in the next few corners, I will be surprised. Oh, Janek going a bit wide, and there it is. That little bit of pressure. Almost you don't even have to make the move, you wait for somebody else to make the mistake and you just capitalise on it. So that's great racing there. Nice easy overtake for Rocket. So Turbo also on a nice fresh set of softs. So this is going to be a fantastic finish to the race. But there is a big gap. And look at the lap times. They are a little bit sporadic. He's had a 15 and 16. He must have had a couple of offs. And a penalty or two. But fairly consistent, high 25s, low 26s. Oh, Janek got past in front of Rocket again. Sorry we missed that one. I don't imagine it will be long before he gets that position back though. You can see the difference in the pace of the tyres. A couple of seconds slower per lap on the hards, and there goes Rocket, and so Tracy's going to make the same move as well. Nope, backs out, thinks better of it. But here we go. Oof. Probably a little bit of lag there. So this is a great result for Sir Tracy as well. Now then, how far behind? Well, almost the full length of the straight. 5 laps to go. It's a big ask, but he might get it done. Not able to see him in his view yet. Let's see how we're getting up there. Radiate pitted off his hards for medium, so that's his one-stop strategy. Oh, drew it into mediums. No, why is he pitting? Onto the softs. Maybe. I'm pretty sure he didn't need to pit again. Although he did go onto softs, didn't he? So he's gone for a 2-stop. So, or maybe a 3-stop. I've lost track. Maybe trying to go for a fastest lap. I think you get a point extra for fastest lap in this league as well. I'm sure he'll manage to make a few positions up on this. Done a phenomenal race for Chaos. Real shame about Ards again. So Beaumont, nice consistent lap times there. Good tyre wear, so he'll be looking strong for the end of the race as well. Probably going to close the gap to Woolsey. That's going to be difficult. I imagine that gap will be very, very close come the last lap. Up in there on a little bit of no man's land on his own. Aero as well, on a fairly heavily used set of mediums now. I'll have to coax it around and see, not really doing too much trail braking, so that will help his tyre life. Everyone should also keep his softs going to the end on this one, but again, in a little bit, although 124.9, that is rapid. Blade Runner with a 124.8 for the fastest lap. That really is fast. Well done, guys. Yeah, I know that feeling. Perhaps next season. As far as I'm aware, I think Rocket did win the league, so he'll have a promotion to whether it's Tier 4 Blue or up to Tier 3. We'll wait and see. But that is a rapid time. Okay. Blade on again. Bit of a gap between D-Dubs and Sir Tracy, but if those two start fighting, they will slow up a little bit, and that will allow them to catch right up. This is going to be an exciting finish. You can just feel it. So, D-Dubs getting the most out of those softs. Tracy on even more used mediums. He's going to have to make this move as soon as possible before his tyres start going off. I agree. It's always a quiet bit in the middle of the race as people's strategies play out, but it's really coming together at the end here. Oh, will he get the move done? He's going to have the slipstream on the main hill. Taking a tighter entry into the corner. Trying to get the slingshot, but doesn't quite pad out. And Blade Runner now, he's right on the back of D-Dubs because those two are fighting. This is excellent. Rocket has been able to pull away a fairly substantial gap, but it doesn't seem like he's going to close the gap to Turbo before the end of the race. So we'll stick with this group for now. D-Dub's taking a look, trying to put Sir Tracy off. And another little one there, making sure he's got his mirrors full of that milker. The RX-8, when you've got your, if you drive with the headphones, the sound of that Mazda when it's behind you is very scary. Oh, has he got him on the exit? Will he be able to get this done on the outside? Coming into the final turn. We'll keep it on the outside, I'll go for a switchback. But it is allowed Blade Runner to get through. And now we've got both the Peugeot drivers running side by side. Not quite. D-Dub's making it, oh, a bit too deep. Keeps it on the track though. So does Blade Runner make a move on this one on the final lap? Well, they're going to hold for a good result for the constructors. The last thing they want now is to take each other out. So you can see how far D-Dubs has just dropped off now. Oh, Blade Runner. Got my heart in my mouth. You're going to make it. Okay, we're just going to have a quick pan back. A bit of a gap between everybody here, so this is going to be the closest part for the finish as we just give them the due. Turbo having a fantastic drive, getting first place, absolutely brilliant. Excellent finish there. Rocket, consider it, I think, yep, 10th place he started. That is an excellent result for him as well. And here we go, a 3 and a 4 for both the Peugeots. Excellent team driving there. D-Dubs in 5th, Danger Mouse 6th, Obi-Wan, good result in the other GTR. J-Nick, probably regretting his choice of strategy, but doing a really good job nonetheless, finishing in 8th. Orak comes across the line 9th, Falcon closely follows behind him in 10th, Beaumont in 11th. Oh, Chaos finishes in 12th. He did so well earlier in the race. Boltsy and Sargent in the Corvettes 13th and 14th, and Radiate also maybe regretting doing the one stop as well. Maybe a bit more beneficial doing the 2 stop and using some softs for a bit more pace, but nonetheless still a really good race, and he comes across the line in 15th. So there we have it. Hope you enjoyed that. That was a great race. I really enjoyed it. So the next one I think is Mount Panorama or Bathurst. I will try and get that done maybe Friday night, and then whatever we've got after that, I'll try and do maybe one on Saturday, one on Sunday, just to catch up with as many as we can. So yeah, we look forward to that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.